Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, and we're going to do a fun little winter adventure. I know I say in a lot of videos that we don't really go on, we don't go out in the cold chasing cars too much anymore, but there is always those caveats where if it's a car that's really good or really local, sometimes we do it. So just a quick backstory, one of the local Model A guys, we have a winter swap meet here in Allentown. And it's really a good gathering for everybody to get together and talk about what you have going on. And a lot of times, a lot of us are talking about what we found, what we're looking to get, and everything in between. So every year we always kind of get leads or we get different things like that, more so than just selling parts. So this year I was talking to a local Model A guy, and he was mentioning to me that he just, in my backyard practically, in my next town over from me, or basically in my town, he found and purchased two early Fords, and they're pretty interesting. And he said he bought them, everything's secured, but the weather has been very, very cold here, and he hasn't been able to go get them because, of course, they're on like an old farm or an old property, and it's, of course, on a hill, and snow and ice and all that has been a problem. So we've been trying to closely watch the weather because I offered to go give him a hand with it. And there is a chance, he said, I might be able to purchase one of the cars out of that. So we're going to take along on a quick little trip, nothing real crazy. It's literally less than 5 miles or right around 5 miles away from our shop. So hopefully it doesn't take all day and we can be out of the cold. Of course, as expected, the weather was decent, and then last night we got some unexpected snow on the ground, so that's going to add a little difficulty to it, but it is going to warm up, and I think it'll be okay. So let's jump in the truck and see what kind of fun we can get into today. All right, another beautiful day in the winter. I don't like going out in the cold to pull cars out, but when they're right down the road, we have to grab them. So going with our buddy Jesse, he bought these couple of cars, and we're might be whispering to the camera, purchasing one of the cars because Jesse doesn't want both of them, and we're gonna give him a hand either way. But we got to pull through this farmer's field here. This is Monday first thing adventure. Got a little snow last night, but beautiful. Our area is so beautiful. I love this time of year. But I don't like being out in the cold too long. It looks nice, but the bike's got to turn around, typical sketchy driveway, blah, blah, blah. So let's go take a look at the cars that we drug out. This stuff's everywhere. All right, first car. They already got it drug out of the barn. They're not messing around. Oh. Yeah. Kind of wants to turn.
You know what the definition of insanity is?
Us. You know how bad I am? You know what I have? I have accelerated insanity. I'm only in my 40s and I'm as nuts as him. I got way too much crap.
Too much crap, yeah.
I got stuff in the garage I should be working on. I'm out here in the cold dragging cars. I love it. Oh, you're rolling. Oh, I love it.
Who's getting this one?
Open trailer.
Open trailer.
That thing don't look too bad.
How do you want it? No, the car is unbelievably straight.
Yeah, it's just been sitting forever.
It was well greased.
Yeah. I got way too much crap.
Too much crap.
I got stuff in the garage I should be working on. I'm out here in the cold dragging cars. Oh, you're rolling.
So while they drag that up, walk over here and see what we're getting. We're picking this up. Man. Damn.
Okay, enough looking at Model A.
If this don't work, I guess we'll go with I'll go get tires.
Yeah, you can get pressure against it, it'll be all right. He's got a winch, so if you get him just close, he should be able to pull it up on. Well, this is how we like to buy them. So this little shed here, one of our buddies, my friend Joe, an older guy that comes by the shop all the time, this is around the corner from his shop. And he's been telling me about this car for as long as I've known him, 15 years or so. Yeah. And he's been telling me about this car, but he never really saw it move. I guess he saw it drive one time and he would check in with the guy. He didn't know there was a Model A in here, and apparently there's more cars.
Plymouth?
Yeah, there's a
40 Plymouth.
Oh yeah, and it's a coupe.
Yeah.
But obviously you guys know what we're after mainly. Is this neat old deuce. It's the right color. It's got the right shittiness as far as I'm concerned. Pretty bitchin'. So, man. Smells like mouse turds, just like we like. Your dad drive this one? Oh, is it?
I did it back in the 80s.
Oh, you did in the 80s. Oh, okay.
I took it to school for, we had like fiddle cases and we had all dressed up like mafia and shit.
Ah, that's cool.
Who's driving this out there?
I'll drive it out.
Is it in gear? Do the brakes work?
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, brakes work.
Jesse, I hooked it, so I get out of the way.
Taking it home or to my place? Okay. All right, so we literally had the easiest, quickest, most local. I don't know if I'm ever going to beat in my
5 miles.
It was just 0.1 miles under. Depending how we drove, it was just 5 miles from here. Mike's pickup truck didn't even warm up, I don't think, getting there. And luckily, the gentleman who was pulling the cars out, you know, the family property, he had the night before already pulled everything out ahead of time. So, and cleared all the junk out of the way. So it wasn't as artistic of shots as we would like, but they were trying to get them out. So drug this out. Jesse took the Roadster home. I don't know what he's going to do with that exactly yet. I may buy it. I don't know. Kind of like that too. And but anyways, I had already pretty much agreed from him telling me about this that I would buy it. And this is how the hobby works. I want to kind of mention that Jesse bought this stuff, and we weren't the ones that bought it and got the deal. He got the deal. I was able to buy it from him. He obviously marked it up some. That's how the whole hobby in this business works. I got no problem paying more than he paid. So it was still a good deal, I think. So got the car home, and straight away looking at, we already found some neat stuff outside looking around. So as we always do, we haven't done one of these in a while. We're going to go through the car and look at what we find and show you a little bit about the car and some things we've noticed. So straight away,
I don't know how we missed it.
I don't know how I missed it. I think because everything happened so quickly, we didn't really get to look at anything. We were just pushed the car outside, and we were standing there looking at it, and I'm like, that hood is a 25 louver. And we're like, what? And I could just tell by the spacing. So if you're not into 32s, I think, I might be wrong, but there was a time period, I think it was the end of 32 production. There's some folklore around it, but I believe it's the end of 32 production. They started putting extra louvers on the hood to help get the heat out of the engine bay.
20 louver, correct?
Yeah, they're normally 20 louver. It's 25 louver. So when you look at these a lot, when you see a 25 louver, all of a sudden when you notice it, there's way less space on either side of the hood. The louvers kind of go across the whole hood. So we were just standing there and I quick looked at the hood and I'm like, whoa, no shit. And it might count the louvers, and of course it's 25. So very, very desirable hood. If you're into 32s, in the end of the day, it means absolutely nothing. But if you're a nerd about this stuff, it's cool. It's a neat little thing that I didn't realize the car had. We're pretty sure the car has been repainted overall at some point in its life. It hasn't been driven since, it's been parked since 1982 or 81. The inspection sticker is 82. So this car's been sitting as long as I've been alive, or maybe even a year longer. I was born in 82, which is pretty crazy. And we're pretty sure this has been repainted. You actually see on the fender where there's a bunch of paints flaking off, and you can see the original black paint under it, and potentially areas that had surface rust that they didn't prep really well. But if you look underneath here, like the new shiny paint's peeling off, and there's old black paint underneath of it. So it's probably a car. I think there was a lot of cars like these in this era, in the 60s and 70s and even the 80s, where you found a car that was super solid and original, but the paint was perfectly shitty, what we like nowadays. And what you do, you just paint right over it to make the car shiny. It doesn't always hold up. So this fender in particular didn't hold up, but the rest of the car.
I think this is the only fender that's flaking.
Yeah, so it's really odd. I don't know what the deal is there on that. But a gentleman we talked to, he bought this car. He drove this car, I think in high school, he told me. And then it's been parked ever since. So it's been sitting obviously since the 80s, so it was painted before that. So probably 70s era, I'm going to guess it was painted, or early 80s, obviously. So hood's cool. You know, it's got some bumps and bruises here and there, but like the front bumper's got a little bend in it, no big deal. Grille is fairly complete, typical. The little tip of the bull nose always gets broken off on these, so that's broken. The radiator is harsh. Mike showed you this.
Oh yeah, I opened it and was like, oh god.
It's like tar. Not a good sign. So I think some of that could just be over years that head gaskets seeping a little bit, and oil and, you know, whatever getting in there.
It's not ideal, we'll just say that.
Yeah, it probably needs to be addressed. Again, you could tell the era when it was last driven. It's got steel beam conversion. They put these like plastic 80s Turn signal, I'm guessing they're either marker lights or turn signals they added on. Is a bummer because they drilled into the fender. It's not as bad as some of the other cars. This is a standard, so as far as what we like, it's actually, I kind of like standards better. There isn't the cow lights and a lot of extra stuff on the car.
It's also a 4-cylinder car.
4-cylinder car. So we'll open the engine bay. I don't think we opened the engine when we were there because, again, we just kind of looked the car over, and I had already told him I'd take it, so we didn't want to waste any time because they were not in any rush. So it's obviously got the 4-cylinder. You can see plug wires are off of it.
It's a little oily.
Jesse said he had tried to turn it over by hand and it was stuck. He probably didn't try super hard, but who knows why it was parked or why it didn't run. We didn't get real heavy into asking questions, but typical 4-cylinder, everything looks correct. It's got this little, we sell these quite often, but you can see one on the car. 4-cylinder only has this little damper firewall brace that goes from the back of the block and goes up to the firewall. That's, again, 4-cylinder only, but has a heater that they added, which we can show you in a minute, which is pretty cool in there, pretty neat. But otherwise, it's really solid. I mean, I'm just looking under the hood and around, and
Radio doesn't look like it was leaking at all.
Or much, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing anything. They must have started with a really solid, dry car to begin with, because I don't see a lot of issues here.
And part of the standard, it has a painted windshield frame, painted wiper arm. There's a lot less chrome on these cars.
Yeah. I don't know about the wiper arm thing. I could have just been painted over, but definitely the windshield frame.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see it's got some amateur pinstriping on it, which is fine. I think it kind of adds to it. I like it on the hood sides and everything, but you can see like the typical deal, like the factory lead seam was popping out and they tried to kind of weld around it. Who knows? I'm sure when we start looking a little closer, we'll be able to see, yeah, you can see the paint, like here, you can see the paint flaking off and the original black paint's underneath. So this probably wasn't terrible of a car. For us, we probably would have left it alone, but.
You want to turn that light on?
Yeah, we'll turn the light on.
And you can see this fender over here is flake free.
So, again, we didn't look this car over a lot. So,
The most looking you did is when you drove it into the trailer.
yeah, but I was just trying not to run into anything. So, got the little dash light, original 32 dash light switch is still in it. Choke and throttle rods.
It's got 92,000 miles on the clock.
So this one has, I don't know the difference in it. So it might have been a year change. So the green Roadster that we had that was restored had the pull knob that was in the dash to start it. This one has the foot switch on it. So I don't know the year change of that, but that's kind of an interesting little thing looking at this car as original. Because when we bought that green Roadster, I got in and I was like, how the heck do we start it? Because I'm used to an original car having it on the floor. So K-member looks...
Here's the heater.
Yeah.
Really neat Art Deco after.
Yeah, it's cool. The K-member looks really nice. Like everything, like I said, I have a feeling they probably found a really nice original car and just resprayed it. Because you look in the interior.
See the firewall padding? Still got all of the padding.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, there's the flasher. I don't know where the actual, right here's the turn signal stalk.
Oh yeah.
So it's got that on it.
It's got the visors.
This shifter is super cool. Got the little shifter extension with the butterscotch knob. Just neat old period accessories. You want me to turn that light?
No, it's all right.
So we're going to go through some of this, but you could see there's yarn and there's the floorboards that are there.
Still got matte point out. Still has the shade for the rear window.
Yeah, I'm sure that's very fragile. The headliner, like all these, is falling down, and there's probably, it feels like there might be some.
Yeah, I'm looking at a mouse nest right.
Yeah, pretty much every one of these, there's a mouse nest. So it's unfortunate because the headliner's probably original, but in order to, you know, it's almost impossible to get that out. So
The big thing is everything's super solid.
yeah, all the beads in the bottom, from what I could see, are all really, really solid. The bottom of the doors. Oh, this is cool. I found this when I got in to move it. In the door pocket here, instruction book, 4-cylinder, cars, trucks, drive safely, Ford Motor Company. So it's the original.
Oh, the mice didn't eat that. Oh,
Yeah.
look at the door jamb.
Oh yeah, there we go. So February of '63 is a sticker.
How many miles are on that sticker?
89695.
So from 63, they drove 3,000 miles.
Yeah, and then, oh wow, this is literally in my backyard. The address here, the Pleasantville Park Service Station. This is right down from where I grew up.
That's where the diner is.
Yeah, that's that service station there. Yellow House, Manatawny, PA. So this is literally a half a mile from where I grew up, or a mile from where I grew up. 92,761. So that was the last time. I don't know what there's no date on it, unfortunately. It just has the.
That's crazy.
But you can see there's no area code, so it's earlier. But yeah, that's super cool to me that this car was so local to me, and that, you know, like that sticker is just right down the street. So that's really, really exciting. I don't know if you can see the odometer. No, there's no writing on the odometer for the
I guess the only thing
mileage.
I broken I see is the windshield swings are busted.
Oh yeah, which that's not. I mean, those are pretty common. That's
Yeah.
good. Still got the visors still in it. Yeah, I don't know. Let me put this back. Ooh, there's stuff in here. What do we got in here? Hold on.
Let me come around.
Who knows what's in here? Oh, I think they're all gas caps.
Well, the gas cap that's on the car is dented up, so.
There's a gas cap that's broken, like a locking one. Dude, look at oh wait, no, that's the pocket. Look at the graining.
Yeah.
It's like a vinyl graining, but in the pocket, like it's very fragile. I'm trying not to touch it too much, but there's another cap. Another cap.
That one's actually pretty nice.
You can hear it. It's just like so dry. Look at the little button. It ripped off, but like,
Oh, yeah.
that's so killer. I haven't seen, find a car this
Nice. And
untouched is pretty neat. So
this door was the one that had a little bit at the bottom, right?
yeah, there's a little. I don't know if it's
Not that bad.
rot, but it's definitely just
You
from.
can see the bead on the bottom has a little tiny bit of rust. But
Yeah, I think this was sitting in a garage.
And the door's closed, so nice.
And a stone floor garage, I think it was. So it was probably getting a little bit of moisture on it, but nice. This needs a little adjust. You have to slam it a little harder, but it's pretty good. So we'll push oh, you know what? I'll put it in neutral. We'll push it forward.
What do you think, man?
Try and push on something that's not going to cause an issue.
Not good.
Okay.
Still has the original 18s on it.
Yep. Yeah, it has the 18 wires with the spare still on it. I think somebody added this because I don't think this, especially standards, didn't come with one light. Still got the little pea shooter single exhaust. They got a clamp right to the bumper bracket.
You can see someone was wiping some of the dust off on like that.
Yeah, at some point. Who knows what they were doing. But even the back of the car, there's no, like down in here at the bottom bead.
They always rot out down there.
It's very, very, very nice looking. I don't see any like crazy bubbling or anything that would tell me there's like a bunch of filler in this.
And the roof still has the insert.
Yeah, original style insert in it. Somebody changed the taillights at some point. They're, plastic lenses and whatever. So obviously we can correct some of that stuff and put it a little more back. Did you check this pocket?
Did not. I was leaving that fun stuff for you.
It's definitely something. You hope I don't put my hand on a dead mouse carcass or a live mouse. Is it? What do you see, Moon? What is it? What do you smell? What do you smell? Oh my gosh. What is it? Oh, 2-patch kit. Yeah, is that safe? Moon's banging his tail against the 33 right now. But he has to be involved. Oh,
Tire pressure gauge.
tire pressure gauge. Broken window crank, probably.
That's actually
Different
decent.
one.
That's a 40, I think, with the chevron.
Oh, there's so much. There's actually a bunch of stuff in here. Another one. I like I have to show him every item. He's like, okay, let me see.
Let me smell it. Let me smell it. That one still has the pocket in the door, too. Bulbs.
No, this might be points.
Oh, yeah.
Automotive electrical. Yeah, it's points. Contact set. These are all the broken window handle knobs.
I think the only one with a knob on it is the driver's side. All the other ones have knobs busted off. Which
Is that little animal prints there?
I think so, yeah. They're all over the front fender.
Oh, there's the broken swing out bracket. Swing out, yeah. And this is why I keep a lot of the stuff in my stash, so to speak, because when we get a car like this, we can just go through and replace all the bits. It's just a swing pin. No, I think that's it in there. So
We'll set the camera up and we'll
go through the back. Yeah, there's a bunch of junk in the back seats. We'll have to go through some of that. All right, so we're gonna dig around in here a little bit and show you guys what we find. I saw there's a bunch of stuff in here, but we didn't look really at all. So some of it is just getting rid of the junk, number one. So old Awuga horn that is not an original, I don't believe, but looks too large, but in there. So pull that out. One of the fun things with a lot of these barn find cars is garage finds is all the stuff that's treasures that you find in it. So here's the original tunnel cover, transmission cover, cut out for the e-brake. So obviously we want to hold on to that. And the floorboards are back there. So, you know, putting the floorboards back in so we can actually move this thing a little easier would be nice. Moon's over on the other side inspecting every item I take out. So this is thick coat, DuPont extra heavy black dressing for autos. So there's a couple of them in there, so that kind of dates it. There's a couple more cans that are in here. It's pretty early cans. So this is an old protection, waterproof preserver for auto tops with the like mountain goat or whatever on the top, antelope, whatever you want to call it. Don't know, not an antelope, but so that. Then there is this even, I think earlier, Whiz, one black pint, rapid repair enamel, manufactured and guaranteed by the R.M. Hollingshead Co., Camden, New Jersey. So it had like a Model T or, you know, era car on the front. I didn't look if it was a T. No, it might not be a T. Looks like a teens maybe car on the front. So that's pretty cool. Paper labeled, it's like falling apart. So there's a bunch of 6-volt sealed beam bulbs in here, probably from when they did the conversion. Probably won't do anything with them, although the boxes are kind of neat. We probably will not use them. Them out. Extra wiper arms that are in here, old Trico wiper arms, neat stuff. If we keep the wiper, these might be the extra blades for it or arms. Keep that. Do not keep that. There is a ton of hand cranks. It's like 1, 2, 3. It's a different one. 4. There's a T. Cross wrench for lug nuts. Anything good, Moon? Random piece of metal. And it looks like there's an old rubber mat. I don't know if it's the original one or not. I haven't gotten a good look, but there is some mousy goodness. I think I'm going to put some gloves on now that we're getting into the mousy goodness. Off of a who knows what. You need a 13 for something? Off your Dodge Omni or something?
Yeah, right.
It's 5 lug. So it might actually be off like an Omni or something.
Right, something like that, yeah.
All right, it's got some old fabric. More wiper blades. Piece of an old tailpipe here with the slash cut in it. Piece of bendy exhaust as well. Might have been another tailpipe. It's got a little chrome tip on it. The original little battery, clip-on battery cover, access panel, flasher, 6-volt flasher, more bulbs, a ball of yarn. Do you need some yarn? What's up? You really want to get in the back there, don't you? He's been just asking to get in the back, to sniff. All right, Moon, have your time. You see him, Steve? Gotta let Moon inspect it. Yeah. That smell good? Don't let me interrupt you. You done? Can we get out now? Hey, come on, let me finish. Thank you. Good job. All clear. All kinds of rugs. Feed bag. Ooh, that's an old burlap feed bag. Let's see what it says. Conestoga dairy feed. That's kind of cool. Old burlap feed bag. Ooh, yeah. Back seat always has stuff hidden under it. And going in. Ugh. Oh, yeah. That's how you could tell how long ago this car was. Steve, it's got a full set of tire chains.
No kidding.
You know, if you need to drive your 32 Ford in the snow. Nice. Can I hand it? Can you come on the other side? No. I see another key item which we'll have to leave in the car.
Oh boy.
But we'll take out for now. You always need a nice oak block, wedge-shaped, for your tire chock.
There you go. Gotta have a tire chock.
Muffler clamp, that's a big deal. But here we go. Got our tire pump.
There you go.
What's in the plastic? What's in the bag? Oh, toolkit.
Nice.
Almost looks like in a. Don't. Dude, holy crap. The floor is insanely nice.
Nice. Oh yeah, look at that.
That's hard to believe. Try and grab this whole toolkit mess here and hand it to you. They just put it in a paper shopping bag, so it's some scissors.
Okay.
Yep.
You don't want that, Steve?
On that note, I'll go back to working on my shit.
Come on, I was gonna hand you this mouse carcass.
I don't want the mouse.
It's
I don't like them. I don't like them alive or dead.
It was an antique mouse carcass. It won't hurt you after it's old.
I know.
Oop. There's the tire iron. I think I got everything. I gotta see what's back here. Oh, jeez. Okay. Here we go.
There you go. Yeah, come on, buddy. No, not in.
Get back. Get back. Get back. Get. You are a pain in my ass. He wants to see so bad.
Oh yeah, you just need.
We're gonna go over your head, Moon.
Moon.
Got it?
Yep.
Oh, you all right?
Yep.
Okay.
Just getting it around the corner here.
Yeah. He had to be the first one in to see this. Good job, dog. Wow. Dude, this is like
Crap! Look at that.
this is like the sedan delivery, man. It's
Yeah.
like it's possibly better than the
It is
sedan
better.
delivery.
Yeah, that had a little bit of damage, but this has almost. I don't see anything yet.
Down in there, and you can even see there's like mouse nest shit, and there's like no rot. It's just,
Crazy.
yeah. I mean that little area that catches all the dirt and crap. It's dry, man. Holy crap. Wow. Holy moly. I can't believe that. That's the thing, you got to take a photo before you put the seat back in, because nobody would believe you.
How good that is, yeah.
If you could see in the roof where the just a little bit of overspray of red oxide and the black paint that got crazy. Jesus. Oh yeah, it's still got springiness.
Oh no shit. Yeah, look at that. Ooh.
I'm not gonna pull on it, but
No, there ain't much left of it. But
Yeah. still got the freaking blind. Crazy. Good job, Moon. Good job, buddy. All right, well, that's pretty good. All right, so as you guys saw, we were digging in there. I took off those ugly plastic lights that were here. I had to get them off, so I took them off right away. Off camera, but took them off. So got threw the floorboards back in. They're looking pretty good. There was two. There was the original floorboard and then one that they must have cut. But just so we can move it around a little easier, I just put those parts back in. Before I put the back seat in, I wanted to show you guys how solid this thing is. Oh, let me climb in here. Jeez, oh man. Okay. So you can see underneath the seat here, and anybody that knows old Fords, any of the Tudors or sedans, back in this area is where they all rot out because it's just like moisture and dirt can sit down in there. And this thing is insanely clean down in there. It's really, really crazy how clean all that is. So Everything underneath here is clean. A lot of times the mice like to live here and it rots out, but no issues there. It's hard to believe that this thing is as solid as it is. And you can see up in the roof area here, the headliner's gone. You can still see the black paint and everything. The shade, window shade, like we talked about, still in it. So everything's pretty good. I'm really, really happy with how the interior's looking. It's still got this rubber mat. I don't think it's an original mat. I don't think that pattern was original, but just take a look at under the floor, how nice that looks. So this is a good one, that's for sure. All right, so that was a quick Monday adventure. A little snowy, a little cold, but we got lucky, and it was actually one of the warmer days today, and it was warming right up by the time we got home. It was pretty decent out. So just quickly went through the car like you guys saw. Nothing super exciting, but for me, it's always interesting to try and make a decision about a car when we get it home, get it inside, kind of clean it out, and just look in the corners and underneath and all that stuff and just see how good or bad it is. This one, from some light digging, seems really good. I'm extremely happy with how it looks. Yes, it's had a repaint that is okay, but I think it'll probably turn out pretty good if we polish it up and everything. Probably the worst part is this driver's side front fender. The paint's all falling off and flaky. Maybe this fender had poor prep ahead of time. As we always do, let the car speak to us. I may respray this fender. I may clean it up. We don't really know yet. But the big thing is we're going to save this car like we like to do. So just get this car back on the road. Luckily, with a 32 two-door sedan, I don't think they need a lot to make them look pretty cool. I really don't think chopping them or any of that kind of stuff makes them look that much better. I think a car like this is a good car that you just do some light stuff to it to make it look a little better, like we've done with some other cars. Think about Beautiful, the 34.5 window, that 39 Deluxe Coupe that we got, where you just lower it a little bit, maybe make the tire sizes staggered a little bit, put a dual exhaust on it, that kind of stuff. I think something along that lines with this would be very, very cool. For me, it's the right color. I kind of missed, I do miss that the 34 Skelly two-door sedan we had. I sort of missed that car. It was a really neat car. I enjoyed driving it, and that was a good example of a unchopped, full fender, kind of cool hot rod sedan, just very mild type of car. Now, given that did have a small walk in it, this car, I wouldn't do anything like that. At the most, put a flathead V8 in it. That's, in the same family, but nothing real crazy. And that's kind of the plan with this car. I'm saying that ahead of time because I know we're going to get 1,000 emails of people asking to buy the car. Car's not for sale. The car came literally down the road for me. This car lived in my hometown area for a good part of its life. Having that door sticker, the lube sticker that's literally from a garage service station that is right around the corner from where I grew up my whole life. It's pretty neat that it's a local car and it's so solid. So I think this will be a fun one to tinker with, like we've done with a lot of them. We'll go through it and kind of same formula, make it look cool, do some mild stuff to it, and most importantly, get it back on the road and get it driving. That's the important thing. I'm not going to just push this away in a barn and let it sit again for another 40 plus years. So that's all we have for this one. We'll be definitely doing some videos in the future on this car. For now, we have the Mercury right now. It's kind of keeping us quite busy. So we may push this aside for just a short time, but definitely expect probably in the spring for us to jump on this thing and revive it and get it going again. Because I'd love to have a nice lineup of black old Fords and Mercurys sitting in the driveway this summer. That would be a really, really cool thing. So thank you guys for following along. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick little journey. Catch you later.